On July the 1st last year, my girlfriend and I moved in our new place. About 1 week later, I stepped into a puddle right from the sink in our bathroom. Since whether her and I spilled such an amount of water, I pulled the small cabinet under the sink off of the wall, and here's what I found. Before that, I had no idea about the botch that's been done there. Never before did I see 2 pipes glued together with silicone instead of connecting them with a flange or a sleeve. It was a miracle that this work of art wasn't the reason for the puddle. It was plain to see where the water came from, and it was also clear that this leakage had a longer history. The color of the traces on the tiles proved it. This couldn't have happened just an hour ago. I had no doubt that our landlord knew about it. When my girlfriend called him, he pretended to be shocked and he said he'd do the repair. The question why he didn't call a plumber was answered with the words that they only want to make money and it was just rip-off. Would you believe it? All my life I thought that craftsmen would work for free while they were dying from starvation, and then this. I lost my faith in justice, charity, and the world in general that very moment. When our landlord arrived, he brought a new outlet for the wash basin, but nothing to connect it with the drain pipe inside the wall. Well, nothing isn't the right word, but wait. He removed 3 of the tiles and eventually found the drain pipe. He cut a hole into the plastic pipe and inserted the outlet. I'm sorry that I didn't take pics of the jagged hole he had cut into the plastic. It was much bigger than the outlet's diameter. And then I saw what he had brought for connecting and tightening the 2 pipes. It was a 400 milliliter tube of silicone. He applied the silicone generously all around the opening. I told him that this would never work and it was slapdash work. The landlord is a person who can't take criticism because he's a know-it-all, and he told us that this was a perfect repair. There was no legal way to force him to let a plumber do the job, but I was sure that this would cause problems in the future. But when we saw that the wall under the wash basin remained dry, we thought that our landlord must have had more luck than brain. We forgot about it, but that was a mistake. About 2 weeks ago, the neighbour from below us told us that she had a wet spot on the ceiling of her bathroom. At first we had no idea what could have caused it. The repair job in our bathroom was done more than 7 months ago, so we didn't think of it. But a couple of days later, the neighbour told us that the spot has become bigger and bigger, and now the wall was wet too. That was the moment when I remembered the repair. We called our landlord and stopped using the wash basin at once. The landlord showed up with more silicone and, you won't believe it, a hairdryer. He said he wanted to dry the spot and do a better job this time. We weren't convinced. Salvation came in person of the owner of the apartment below us. He demanded an expert to look at the damage in our and his apartment and to look for the cause. The other day 2 experts showed up and it only took them half an hour to confirm that the job our landlord had done was the root of all evil. They measured the humidity in wall and floor and it was devastating. First thing to do was repairing the drain pipe, and the next day a plumber came to do the job. He removed all the silicone and the styrofoam our landlord had used. He took many pics and he told us that there was no bond between the drain pipe and the silicone. That meant the water was running into the wall right from the beginning. It must have accumulated inside the wall for almost 7 months. When the wall was saturated, the water broke away and started running down our neighbor's wall. But our wall was wet too, and my room's on the other side of that wall. I would have noticed it much earlier if there hadn't been shelves standing in front of the wall. Look at the moldy wallpaper and the swollen up skirting. This is incredible, and I don't know if this will have any future effects on my health. The water and all humidity must be removed completely before a restoration of our and the neighbor's apartment can take place. Our bathroom is too small, so the experts put up 2 radiators and a special pump in my room. This is what my side of the wall looks like for the time being. Wallpaper and drywall were removed. 2 core drillings were necessary for the pump. One of them is right in front of my door, so I can't close it till everything's dry again. The wet portion of the carpet was removed too. And here you can see 3 hoses going from my room to the bathroom. The door can't be closed either. Here's a short video. The plumber used a camera to examine the drain pipe and he found a sleeve just 15 or 20 centimeters away from the opening. He only removed another tile and replaced drain pipe and outlet. It doesn't only look better, it's also tight now. We can use the wash basin again, but that's all. The radiators in the pump will make noise for 2 or 3 more weeks. Then my wall can be repaired. I'll also get a new carpet. Since April the 1st we've got a new landlord. I was more than surprised that he didn't cancel the purchase contract. Maybe he didn't because he won't have to pay for the damage. In my opinion, the new landlord is the best thing that could have happened to us.
That's all, folks.